Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. Sorry about that. I've got to do this real quick and then drive my son back to his number one dungeon from number two dungeon. Adrian's in the chat room. I'm giving this 1 out of 5 stars. I hated this flick. It's, what's his name? Oh, I'll think of it. Christopher is back. Fresh from Wild in the Streets. But instead of Max, the deranged president of the U.S., now he's the philandering 19-year-old frat boy. He's got 3 girlfriends, and he takes turns on each one of them. Like he'll do one on Monday and Wednesday, the other one on Tuesday, Thursday, and then the third one on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or something like that.
It is scientifically proven that you can only be in love with one person.
Yeah, he's messing around too much. He's probably got some kind of sexually transmitted disease or something. That's God's punishment for being promiscuous. Anyways, I better not say that. Adrian's in the chat room. I've managed to stay away from my Filipina coworker, but she probably looks at me and she sees dollar signs because I got like 20,000 in my savings account, another 14,000 in my Robinhood, plus over 300,000 in my retirement, and pension, and you name it. Plus like over $1 million in life insurance. That all goes to my son. But anyways, eventually these 3 girlfriends figure out what his shenanigans are about. So they lock him up in the attic and they start taking turns on him until he's completely exhausted. You think after a couple of weeks of being locked up in an attic, you start smelling bad, and maybe your teeth would start to rot, or maybe they'd start falling out. So I'm not sure why how exactly they're punishing him by taking turns on him. Of course, everything is off camera and dark and tricky camera angles. So real bummer too, because his black girlfriend is actually quite pretty, but you don't really see much other than her backside. And of course, these girls go to a progressive women's college, sort of like Mills over here in Oakland, the Bolshevik communist college in Oakland that went out of business recently due to the lockdown nonsense of the past year and a half. Good riddance to bad garbage. But when the school figures out what's going on, they basically give the girls a slap on the wrist. Like, no punishment, because they don't want negative publicity of these 3 girls locking up this Christopher, keep forgetting his name, Christopher Jones, in the attic for 2.5 weeks or whatever it is. Kind of dumb. It's a boring soap opera. I couldn't stand it. I hated it. But let's see what I got coming up in terms of Netflix. another AIP dud. I've been watching a lot of those. I'm up to 15 reviews in the last 5 days. My goal was 20, but I kept taking long naps in between. And my son's finally ready to go outdoors for the first time in 5 days. He's been cooped up in here for 5 days. Got all this stuff packed, and we're leaving in 10 minutes. Anyways, to keep you waiting, Adrian. I just wanted to get my thumbnail prepared so I could get this quickie review in. But I will pull up Netflix when it stops spinning around. My son found a new video game, or an old new video game called Slither.io. He's been playing it all day long. I guess it brings back memories when he was 7 years old or something. Okay. So, looking at my Netflix queue, I've got Thunderbolt, Around the World in 80 Days, and Rush Hour 3. So, bunch more Jackie Chan stuff. Thunderbolt is probably decent. The last two, I don't have really high hopes on those. So that's the end of my review. That's what I got planned for next week. I think House is slowly moving up to the top of my queue, finally. And then I've got the Wizard of Gore remake, the one that Adrian told me to don't even bother with it, just like he told me. Don't bother with the Night Visitor. So what did I do? I tortured myself and I watched it. So that's what I'm here for. I suffer through these lame late '60s movies so that you don't have to. All the hippie sexual revolution nonsense that my mother grew up as a teenager. So that's about it. That's the end of my review. Laters.